Hi guys, welcome to another episode of A Day in My Life as a Lagos hairstylist. In today's vlog, my client is actually my bestie. A lot of people wonder why I call her my bestie when it's quite obvious that she's way older than me. Well, they say age is just a number, right? So initially, we concluded on making half and half braids with coils at the tips. So I sent a message to my girls to pick the attachment down before I get to the shop, which they did. But my bestie changed her mind and decided to do half and half lemonade braids with bulked tips. I don't know who changed the name of almost all the whole hairstyles, but then, thank God for some apps like Pinterest. So quickly, in today's video, I want to give you guys a gist that happened some years back when I was still a child going to my mom's shop. So my mom used to have this apprentice. I'll name her Temu. So Temu was this very beautiful young lady, like she was a very black beauty young lady. And she applied for apprenticeship for 1 year with my mom. And somehow I got used to her, like we do things together. We always just, although she was older than me, but like I said, it is just a number. So then when I take my mom's phone, my mom was using that open and close phone. Then, open and close, like it was one of the latest phones then. Whenever I take my mom's phone, she'll be like, oh, let's take pictures, let's do this and that. So me now, I'll bring the phone, I'll give it to her. She'll take me pictures, beautiful pictures. I'll take her beautiful pictures as well. And at the end of the day, we'll start going through the pictures, we'll make jokes, it was all fun until one fateful day. Myself, my mom, and Temu were making a client's hair in the shop, and somehow someone started entering inside the shop because mostly in the evenings we move out of the shop to, take a shade close to our neighbor's shop and complete our work. So on that fateful day, when we moved out of the shop to complete the client's hair outside, my mom kept her phone inside her locker in the shop, and she did not lock that particular locker because it was just the three of us and the client. We moved out, and somehow we were making this client's hair, and suddenly two guys came to the shop. They came to sit down inside the shop, and they were gisting, normal brother gist, while we were outside making the client's hair. So all of a sudden, Demu now went to the shop, but we were not looking at her. We didn't know what she went to the shop to do. Then from there, she came back and told my mom that she wanted to use the toilet because there's this compound that was very close to the shop, and that compound somehow, if you want to use the restroom or if you have an emergency, you can just go inside and do whatever you want to do. So she now said she wanted to use the toilet as usual. My mom said, okay, no problem, and she left. She didn't stay for about 1 minute and she came back. My mom did not suspect anything. I did not suspect anything. When we finished the client's hair, by then those guys that were in the shop, they had already left. We finished the client's hair. My mom went to the shop. She was taking her stuffs like her bag. And all of a sudden, she started shouting that she can't find her phone. She can't find her phone. I was like, your phone? How? Like, nobody came to the shop. So who would have taken your phone? Then I said, that she kept the phone inside here. That, and all the while that those guys were inside the shop, nobody stood up to open the locker to take anything. And I said, yes. And we too, like, we never left this place to go to the shop to take anything. Besides, there's no way I would even steal my mom's phone. Or there's no way she would have misplaced her phone just like that. So we started looking for my mom's phone. Oh. Demo joined us. We're looking for the phone. We scattered the whole locker. We turned the whole chairs. We're looking for the phone everywhere. So I now mentioned to my mom that, oh, it could be those guys that came to the shop. Or, they are tall. It could be those guys that took the phone. Or like, my mom was like, why would they take the phone? Like, they don't appear like thieves or like petty thieves that will do something like that. And I said, you never can tell. Like, they don't write those things on the forehead. She was seriously looking for this phone. Though. And then, that Samsung phone, if I could remember vividly, you can't turn it off. You can only mute the phone. Like you can, if the phone rings, you can like bring down the volume or just put it on vibration, so it doesn't ring out. But that particular phone, you can never turn it off. So we now asked one of our neighbors to, because then Temu did not have a phone. I too did not have a phone. The client has gone. So we now asked one of our neighbors then to call the number. So we started calling the phone. The phone was ringing, but there was no answer. The phone was ringing, but there was no answer. So that was how we looked for this one everywhere. And at the end of the day, we couldn't find it. We left and went home. My mom was still surprised. She was still wondering who must have taken her phone. Guys, that was how Temo stopped coming to work. Oh. 1 week she did not come to work. So my mom reached out to her mom and asked her why she has not been coming to work. And her mom said she wasn't feeling too well. And then my mom said, okay, no problem, that she wishes her a speedy recovery. Now, back to the phone issue. We kept calling my mom's phone. My mom's phone was ringing, but there was no answer until one fateful day that we went to my aunt's place. And my mom tried calling her phone with my aunt's number. Now, the phone rang and, like, two young children, boys picked the call. And they started shouting, Demo is not around. Demo is not around. My mom was like, Demo is not around. Like, Demo is not around. Like, she was shocked. So she called the call and we started talking about it. Like, why would they be shouting Demo is not around? Doesn't mean that Demo stole her phone. Like, all this while that we have been looking for this phone. And she even joined us in searching for the phone. Doesn't mean that she stole her phone. So that was how my mom went back to the shop to announce that, oh, she has seen her phone, oh, that they said Temu stole her phone, oh, that her phone is in the custody of Temu. So now, how to get Temu's house address? Because obviously, she was not coming to work, and we did not even know her house address. Fortunately for my mom, there was this guy that was striking her then. So the guy came out to say, that he knows where she stays, or that one time he followed her to her house when he was trying to strike her, guys thing now. So that was how this guy took my mom and two other men, like two other hefty men, to the girl's place. And immediately they got there, my mom did not say much. She was just like, Temu, please give me my phone. That was how Temu went inside and brought my mom's phone and gave it to her. My mom was so shocked, like she was so surprised. In this life, don't trust anybody, oh. Don't trust anybody. Till date, I can never forget this experience. Like till date, I can never forget it because this person, we were so close. This is the same phone that we use every time. When my mom asked her how she stole the phone, she said it was when she wanted to go and use the toilet. She first went to the shop, she opened the locker, took the phone and put it inside her skirt because then she was not even wearing trousers at all. She only wears skirts. Now she put the phone inside her skirt. Then she came back to tell my mom that she wanted to go and use the toilet. When she got to the toilet, she tried to put the phone off. The thing was not going off, so she now put the phone on. Like she reduced the volume and put it on vibration. And since then, even after she stopped coming to work, she couldn't turn off the phone. She couldn't do anything to the phone. So she was just using the phone like that. But unfortunately for her, on that very sad day that those her younger brothers picked her call, she was not at home. So mistakenly, they mentioned her name, and that was how we caught the thief. And automatically, that was how our apprenticeship ended. Now, guys, don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. Now back to this hair video. I was doing the finishing touches. I applied mousse, ocean, I did the edges and hair. This was how our hair came out. It came out so beautiful as expected. So guys, thank you for watching my videos. Like, comment, share, and see you on my next episode. Bye. Thanks for watching.